Hello there, good afternoon and welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us and welcome to this Every Cloud Tennis XCAST webinar in partnership with 8x8. My name is Sarah. I'm an Every Cloud communication specialist here at Every Cloud, and this means that I help and integrate with communication systems. I'm pleased to be here also with Amy Ryan, Senior Sales Engineer from 8x8. To serve up a game-changing experience for you to provide to your customers and colleagues. Well, thanks all for attending and please feel free to interact. Please use the chat function for any questions or any comments that you may have. So to start, I just would like to introduce Every Cloud. We are a cloud security and cloud communications business, and our purpose in life is to help people work from anywhere securely. And we do this by two core themes: protect and connect. We protect business through best-of-breed cloud security solutions, and we seamlessly connect businesses internally with their customers through cloud communications and cloud-based contact center solutions. And in doing this, there is an important philosophy that we hold dear here at Every Cloud, and that is our belief in a people-led future filled by technology, not vice versa. It has to be people-led future filled technology, as the fuel is just the tech and it's the people that make it, whether it be for customers, colleagues, suppliers or partners, to do things together easily by communicating. We're not just here to sell a bit of the next contact center tech, and I hope you can see in all our customers agree that the premise that shines through is in everything we do, from technology vendors we choose with the partners and the solutions to how they promote customers' experiences. Enabling customers like service leaders or IT professionals like yourselves to deliver the best results you can possibly have for your business, your customers and your colleagues. So just a quick reminder also, please feel free to pop any questions or comments in the chat bar below. So hopefully now that has given you a feel for Every Cloud. And on that note, I would like to do is backhand over to one such vendor. They are a Gartner, the world leading information technology research and advisory firm, awarded 8x8 9th time Gartner Magic Quadrant leader for UCAS worldwide. 8x8 only works with their own future-proof tech, and they're based in Silicon Valley with a strong UK presence and a global reach of 15 data centers around the world and customers in 157 countries. We're privileged to be partnered with 8x8, and that brings me to you, Amy. So for my first serve, what is XCAST, Amy?
Thank you, Sarah, and good afternoon, everybody. That's a really, really great question. So XCAST is our complete single platform solution here at 8x8. It integrates all of your communication requirements into one single platform. It not only solves the challenges that you as an organization might have today, but it also is going to provide a clear and easy path to the capabilities required in the future. It protects today's investment by guaranteeing organizational agility to support changes in workflows or even business models that ultimately strengthen business resilience. Today, you might want to be discussing with us and Every Cloud your specific requirements for moving a legacy on-premise PBX to the cloud to support your back office telephony. But once that solution is in place, you can then start to leverage potentially our Microsoft Teams certified contact center. You might want to start embedding video meetings into your applications or start driving AI-powered automation. Cross-platform AI and analytics is a key requirement for so many of our customers. And what about speech analytics, call recording, workforce management, and integration into a CRM that you might have? We can provide all of this from the same communications platform that can be easily managed from a single interface. How did I do?
Yeah, good return, Amy. I'd say that was 15 love. Yay. Let me serve another. Why is XCAST so important?
Another great question. Thank you, Sarah. So as we work with our customers to understand the unique communication needs for all of their different roles, we found that, not surprisingly, one size doesn't fit all. So typically, like back office knowledge workers can be supported with general UCAS capabilities. Those guys need to make and take some calls. They might chat and collaborate a little bit internally, primarily with internal audiences. They might meet with some of their suppliers and vendors using video meetings. An exception to that is obviously sales and service centres. These teams benefit from contact centre capabilities, such as advanced call handling and routing, multimedia capabilities such as chat channels, greater insights into activity levels to manage scheduling, or even the ability to provide real-time training and coaching right through to speech analytics and quality management. Essentially, whether a type of communication is highly managed and analysed, like in a contact centre, or casual and ad hoc for back office workers, or something in between. IT leaders today are looking for a way to provide the right communication capabilities to everyone in the company, no matter where they sit. With different departments on different communication systems, how do we ensure that everyone has the right capabilities whilst also enhancing cross-company collaboration? What analytics are available to provide insights across communication channels so that outside people like sales reps have the same level of coaching and consistency and guidance that a customer service rep might receive? How many applications does your organization have that you need to integrate into systems of record today to streamline workflows? What impact do all of these different vendors have for different communications channels? What impact does that have on like roadmaps and contracts and administration, right? What impact does having a multiple communication apps have on training and user adoption? It's huge. All of these questions contribute to the answer as to why XCAST may be so important to your businesses today.
Wow, that was definitely a strong backhand there. And I really think that 8x8 show that they have got a strong game. That's 30 love. But can you return this one? How does XCAST fit in with contact center communications?
Another great question, Sarah. So to answer that, I think we need to consider the impact of getting it wrong, okay? So I'm hugely passionate about evolving the experience for customers dealing with your businesses. But what about your employees? This last year's experience that we've all been through has really impacted investment priorities as we move back to the new normal. IT leaders are focused on ensuring the highest levels of employee experience. For the first time ever, it's being elevated to the same level as customer experience. Employees are seeing the tangible results of having the right technology. Forrester's recent Future of Work survey found that only 52% of employees agreed that their company had the right technology resources to allow people to work from home as necessary. 52%, it's crazy. Communications is a key part to these technology resources. Employees have been educated about what's possible over the last year, and their expectations are now higher. Additionally, Microsoft also surveyed more than 30,000 people in 31 countries and found that over 40% of the global workforce is considering leaving their employer this year. 40% of staff are considering leaving their employer. Agent attrition is a huge issue for so many businesses, and XCAST absolutely helps us address this within the contact center. So again, our recent research of over 400 IT decision makers found the same result. Improving employee experience is really, really important, followed closely by an increase in productivity, an increase of customer satisfaction, and increase in business resilience are the top reasons for investing in a communications platform, and XCAST can meet all of those needs. I'd like to talk a little bit about a customer use case that I've been working with recently, and that customer are a UK-based customer called the football pools. Now, I don't know if anybody here today remembers the football pools or who has any knowledge about them, and I remember being a little child and begging my dad on a Saturday morning to fill in the little slip that came through the letterbox, and so the lady could come and knock on the door on a Saturday afternoon and pick up his pools entry, and off she would take it. He never won. So I worked with this customer through the majority of the pandemic last year to try and evolve the situation that they found themselves in. So typically, I love to spend a lot of time with key members of the contact center teams, okay, to ascertain from an agent's perspective what their pain points and what their challenges are. From early on, whilst working with this customer, I could see that the issues from not only an agent's point of view, but also from a customer experience side of things as well. I raised these issues with internal teams within football pools, and some of the issues and challenges that the agents and customers were having, the customer wasn't even aware of. Football pools agents, their average length of service for the organisation was over 20 years. These people have been working for them forever. They were still working really manually with 4 different communication systems to help them serve the different interaction types for their customer base. They had 3 sources of data for their analytics, and they were still using an Excel spreadsheet containing all of the telephone numbers of people in the back office of the organisation, since they'd moved to like a hybrid working model with a lot of the agents and back office people working from home. Interestingly, the biggest thing that I couldn't believe, that the wrap-up times for the agents within the football pools contact centre was set on their existing system to 12 minutes per call. So for every inbound call that an agent took, they needed 12 minutes after that call to be able to do all of the administration required off the back of an interaction with the customer, because they had so many different systems, so many bits of paperwork and so many manual processes to go through. On the other side of things, the average age of the average customer at the football pools is their mid-60s. The customers were confused with the recent changes that have been made to their IVR system, and they were very reluctant to take advantage of new digital channels, such as web chat and automated renewal processes. The elderly customer base really loved calling in every morning on a Saturday morning to renew their subscription and have a chat with the agents that they'd been speaking to for years and years. Throughout the lockdowns last year and during the pandemic, football pools actually saw it as an essential part of the customer service that they provided to their client base, to be that person on the end of the phone that their customers would phone up and have a little chat with. So working so closely with this customer gave us a real insight as to how we could help and understand fully the nature of the interactions that they were handling in the contact centre. XCAST was absolutely the answer. We implemented our single platform solution and made things so much easier for the agents, who were delighted to be looking at a single pane of glass. The difference in the agents was unbelievable. Not only did we remove hundreds of mouse clicks per agent per day, but we reduced the wrap-up time to less than 3 minutes per call, meaning the agents had more time to offer that personal service to their customers, and their understaffing issues disappeared almost overnight. Customers found that the automation within the IVR was now easier to navigate, and our customer experience portal gave football pools access to greater insights, telling them how user-friendly their new IVR setup was for their customers. Once connected, an agent was able to greet their customer by name. You know, they would say, "Thank you for calling, Mr. Jones. How are you today?" Thanks to some custom integration that we did to their existing CRM record system. Staff at the football pools have happily deleted that Excel spreadsheet containing 250 telephone numbers, and all members of the organisation were overjoyed to realise that they could just contact any member of staff, front or back office, with one click of their mouse. Now that football pools are seeing the benefits of the 8x8 platform, we're continually engaging with them to talk about the future and opening up the new features and functions that are also available through XCAST. Speech analytics is next on their agenda, and in the coming months, they're going to enable this element, meaning that they can really quickly and easily identify every call, every single day where a customer might have been a little bit sad.
Wow, you
How was
smashed
that?
it. That was amazing. So it's definitely 40 love. But for the game, why should someone on this webinar consider an 8x8 XCAST solution for their business?
Thank you, Sarah. So you'll hear everybody claim that they have a platform these days, right? But what sets 8x8 apart is a few things. We've truly got one global platform with the only platform-wide financially backed 4.9 SLA that includes both contact center and business communications. We've got one integrated roadmap that doesn't have components suing each other. Marriages and convenience are great until they're not, right? Recent, very public divorces are demonstrating the negative impacts that come from unraveling business partnerships for convenience. It impacts companies' plans, capabilities, and user experiences and costs. We've got a single security model. Oh, sorry, guys, I think I just stopped sharing my screen there. We've got a single security model. Hopefully everyone can still see that, with the highest levels of third-party verified certification and compliance. As a leader in this area, our products use the best-in-class encryption, and we also contribute to the standards. So, for example, we published and implemented the first end-to-end encryption specification for WebRTC-based video meetings. We've got one administration experience and a simple, flexible partnership with one contract. All users are provisioned in the same account, regardless of their physical location, regardless of capability requirements. They have access to everybody's present status via the corporate directory. IT can manage and configure the entire system centrally from the 8x8 admin console. The combination of admin manageability and system maintainability make 8x8 easier to maintain, whilst also driving an overall lower total cost of ownership. Features and functions change daily, right? But these four characteristics, a platform-wide SLA, one roadmap, one security model, and one administration experience globally, are what you get with 8x8 X Series that you do not get anywhere else.
So you can clearly see that 8x8 have definitely won the game. And well done, Amy. You play a really good set. So
thank you.
I've been keeping an eye on the questions in the Q&A, so thank you for that. If anybody would like to add some more questions, I'd be really happy to take them. But just for a starter, we have here that you mentioned, Amy, that you've spent time with other agents at the football pools. Do you do that for all customers?
Yeah, so we that's a good question. So we absolutely can do if there is a requirement. So typically, we would initially meet with the stakeholders of a customer and identify whether they meet a certain criteria to then invoke us to offer that service. Okay. It's definitely a pre-sale service that we offer. We've got a specialist solution consulting team within 8x8, and what those guys do, and that includes myself, is that they go and offer what we call chair siding. And although at the moment it's obviously done sort of quite virtually, which hasn't been an issue for us over the past year, but as the world's starting to open up, we do find that we're booking some meetings to actually spend some time on site in different contact centres. And what, depending on the use cases and the requirements and the different type of organisation, depends on what we will actually do during that chairside process. But effectively, what we want to do is really get under the hood of your organisation and try and really live and breathe a day in the life of an agent, speak with the supervisors, a day in the life of a supervisor, really try and absorb and consume the types of systems and business processes that you already have in place. We then try and emulate a customer journey by making some test calls into the contact center and some test interactions with their multimedia. And then we take all of that information away with us and produce you with some documentation around what our findings were and the elements of the XCAST single platform that will help resolve all of the challenges that we indicated as part of that chairside process. Yeah, it's really fun.
Thank you, Amy. That's great. That's a great in-depth answer. Appreciate that. And we've also had another one come in asking about integration with their CRM system, like Salesforce. Do you have your own CRM platform, or do you integrate with CRM systems?
Yeah, absolutely. So out of the box, we have standard integrations to a multitude of third-party partners, not just CRM integrations. But if you are looking at CRM specifically, Salesforce is one of our standard ones, absolutely. Of course, we integrate via direct route into Microsoft Teams, Google Workspace. We also do Freshdesk, Dynamics, HubSpot, Zoho, ServiceNow, Zendesk. There's absolutely loads, and we can absolutely provide you with some more information about that, whoever asked that question. If you've got a CRM that is not a standard CRM package or something that's in-house developed or built, then we have got a really, really clever developments team, and we do a lot of custom integrations to existing systems. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem either.
Perfect. Thank you for clarifying that, Amy. That's really helpful. I haven't had any other questions come through on the Q&A. If anybody else has anything, please feel free to drop it in. But if not, that brings us to the end of the close of this webinar. And it's definitely game, set and match to Every Cloud partnership with 8x8. I do hope you really enjoyed this and have got a great understanding of what you can achieve when it comes to cloud contact center technology. We love to chat with you and understand where you are on your journey. Also, we offered you a gift card for attending, and I really do appreciate you attending today. So I hope it should be on its way in the post, and I hope you enjoyed this Wimbledon-themed drink that you can have with your gift card. So that's great. Also, I just want to say that myself and the Every Cloud team will reach out to you in the next coming days with some more information. And so you can have our contact details to hand as well. And please always feel free to reach out to us and maybe to bounce some ideas off us as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. And I'm really looking forward to meeting you again. Take care.